It says we're live.
Who say that?
The screen. It says it right there. Look, I'm actually...
Where? No, you go
I'm
up.
trying... It's, yeah, right there. Right there.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Press. It's really hard.
It's
That
right
is
there.
that is super hard to do because it's backwards. So.
It's right there.
Yeah, I see. I feel like... Alright, hey guys! Welcome to the show. It is a beautiful Monday morning here in Florida, after night. Thank God it's daylight savings time. How many people out there like this time of the year better? Raise your hand. Raise your hand.
I don't know.
Yeah, you like going home in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
When it's actually sunshine outside?
Dude, you can actually, like,
You can actually do something.
you think you can do something.
Yeah.
You
Cole
can do
says,
shit.
love you guys. We love
Thank
you
you, Cole.
too. And then yeah, okay. So a couple things we're going to talk about real quick before we get going with the questions. So you guys can, of course, chime on. The big spring break Daytona weekend is coming up.
Yep.
Daytona Week Auto Show is coming up on the, what days? March
24th, 25th, and 26th.
26. So any of you guys going to Daytona, we will be there.
Raise your hands.
Yeah, raise your hands. We'll be there. I'll be there. Paul and I are going. Fernando, yeah. We'll be there on the 26th, which is the Sunday, because we have to work. But if you're there and you see me, go ahead and say hi. We'd love to,
Definitely.
just wave, say, hey, it's that guy. I don't have red hair, so it's actually like...
Well, you actually look like a redhead.
I know, I don't have red hair. I'll be wearing a hat, but I don't have red hair. So, the other thing that came up this week that was... Or should I say last
Hello
week?
from Hamilton, Ohio. Hello.
Santa Cruz. Love California. I think I do like California. I had a really good time.
California.
It's the only place, it's like the weather we have here, a little colder, but mountains. It's so awesome.
I want to go to Cali.
South Carolina. Going back to Cali? LL Cool J style? Style and profiling.
Welcome to Cali.
Hamilton, Ohio. It's funny.
Hello,
a lot
Brandon.
of Ohio, man. A lot of Ohio. It's funny because
There you go.
Paul's
See?
from Ohio.
Fresno, California.
Yeah,
There you go. Like,
love it, man. Fast Burger, In-N-Out. What the hell's the name of the burger? I had to get the shirt. That's all I know. I had to get the shirt and the burger. In-N-Out Burgers? No. What's the name of the burger place? Come on, California guys. I'm totally... My head is blank. Is it In-N-Out Burger? It's got to be In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out? Yeah, I think it's
In-N-Out.
In-N-Out. Yes,
Yeah.
In-N-Out.
All I know is we had to drive to In-N-Out. We had to find an In-N-Out Burger to go. So, anyways, back to last week real quick.
Yeah.
One of the weirdest comments, we get a ton of weird comments. In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
Yes,
There you
yes.
go, Ross.
Thank you, Ross. Yes.
Yeah.
The other, okay, funny story we'll talk about, In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
Thank you.
Yep.
Burger.
Okay, we got it.
Okay, so my question to California guys, is the churro the state food? I mean, it's either the churro or the taco or is the state food, because
I don't know.
I've never seen so many churros in taco places in my life. And the 405 can suck it. That's all I got to say. But anyways,
Okay.
so we always get interesting comments or questions, comments, whatever on the channel. Obviously, the YouTube channel does crazy amount of questions, which we totally appreciate. But sometimes we just get off the wall stuff, and it makes me sit back and reflect a little bit. And we have conversations about this, since how we spend 6 days a week together over in the install bay. From 9:30 to 6:30 every day.
Sometimes
Later. But the funny thing is like, there are comments like this particular comment that I found amusing was he was commenting on how the two of us interact when we talk in the videos, and sometimes it doesn't come off as natural, or we should write a better script, or anything like that. And it's like, I mean, at the end of the day, we're just two installers that thought it'd be cool to start a YouTube channel. Sometimes we have notes, other times we don't. Sometimes we know what we want to do. Sometimes we do a couple takes.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're not professionals by any stretch of the imagination as far as sitting in front of a camera goes. And I feel that sometimes that gets lost. That it's just
a lot of people.
We have to sit back and reflect and be like, really, guys? I mean, he was just like, oh, you guys should do this and do that, and it's like, yeah, cool. Man, if we can find 20 minutes to make a video, we're just like happy with that. I mean. So, I thought that was funny. It made us kind of both laugh.
That was funny.
Other things I always find amusing are the vote for Pedro comments. Everyone feels that this is vote for Pedro. He does have a shirt, and some of the videos he does wear it.
Yeah.
But yes, yeah, it's kind of amusing.
It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah, it is. I laugh. What else was kind of... if you noticed this past week, and probably this week also, there's a lot of Pioneer stuff.
Yeah.
And that's because the AVH line is finally complete, and we're trying to get all those videos rolled out. We appreciate you guys riding through that. We understand that not all of you are Pioneer fans, and you're going to skip right over them. Hey, that's cool. You know, it's one of those necessary evils that on this channel, unfortunately, we have to do, because that is what actually drives the channel. Is 85% of the viewing audience we have are people that don't subscribe, that want to watch just those one videos. So, what's up from Miami? All right, all right. So you're from Miami. What's coming to Miami?
Oh, what are you talking about?
What?
Barcelona and Real Madrid.
All right. Do you know about that? I mean, because I didn't. I mean, let me know. Let me know. Are you going to that? Do you know about it? You're a soccer fan. So, anyways,
yeah.
I didn't even know where we were going with that. I totally got sidetracked with the whole
Miami.
That was our big topic today of Ronaldo and Messi. Barcelona.
Yes.
WTF.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Barcelona. Okay. All right. So I feel totally defeated now. Okay. So what's the difference between an X39? Yeah, and the. It's funny. That is the only video that we haven't put out yet. Which will actually, it's scheduled for Monday of next week. Okay, 2 things and 2 things only, and that is the front-facing camera option. And what's the second one?
HD.
That's right. Ding ding ding.
HD
Got it.
radio.
Okay, so just to rehash, a 390. All right, go cop car, go get them. A 390 is last year 2016's 2800.
Mm-hmm.
And a 391 is last year's 3800. Other than they're the same radios as last year's radios. They didn't change anything. They didn't do anything different. Well, they did. What did they? They did some kind. They changed out to the super. Someone said they changed to the Super Tuner 3D, which I thought they already had.
I think so.
Yeah. Either way, so that's the difference. The 391 is the Pioneer limited distribution, which means you have to buy it from somebody that is actually a Pioneer dealer. Supposedly, you probably can find them all over the internet.
It's Pioneer bring out the new flip out soon.
No.
Not that I know.
No, it's just going to be a carryover.
I know, man.
Yeah, it's not a big mover for them. It's a shame too, because it's like everyone that. It's funny. It's like everyone that wants a flip out wants Sirius XM capability. And they just, it's like, come on, guys. I mean, really? Make it a BHS. How much harder could it be to add Sirius XM?
Yeah.
That's what BHS, just in case you're, is Bluetooth, HD radio, and Sirius XM. So if you see BS, it's not bullshit. It's Bluetooth and Sirius XM.
Okay, Brandon. What's the difference between the DDX 7903 and the 9903S?
The 9903S is the Exelon version of it, so it's going to have the 2-year warranty. It's going to have the shiny black, which I think they both actually might have shiny black now. And we don't carry the 7903, but I believe the 7903... I'm sorry if I'm messing this up. I don't think the 7903 has the capacitive touchscreen, which is the big difference. The capacitive touchscreen is what makes the 9903 special, and it is expensive. So that is why there's such a price difference. A lot of you guys have commented and said when we did the 4200 review, we should have compared it to the 7903 because they had similar screens. But if you're just looking for form and function, the 7903 is fine. For the $100 some odd more, though, if you can get the 9903 and get the extra warranty, you get a 2-year warranty. It's totally worth it. Plus the better screen.
Okay, so Cole, my car doesn't have steering wheel controls built in.
Yes.
The steering wheel control Pioneer, it's like worth it to add it? I mean, if your car doesn't have
the little remote control thingy?
Yeah.
It falls off. It twists. It becomes more annoying than anything. I've put a couple on cars, and it's like, I don't think it's lasted 3 months. But
if your car doesn't have it,
you don't have it, yeah, go for it. Okay, next question.
Thanks. That's it. Gotcha. Thank you.
No, there's a whole bunch. What are you guys experiencing? Yeah, it's just going crazy here. Good evening from the UK. What's up, Tony? Yeah, he's got sunglasses on this week. Life must be better, I'm assuming.
What car you dread working? Oh, see? It's crashing.
What's crashing?
The Facebook Live.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, it's still...
Oh, it's still...
I'm gonna...
Yeah. What kind of car is really working and why? Thanks.
It's good.
Yeah, ice cream is key. Good evening from UK. Still crashing.
What was the question, though?
What car do you
dread
working on?
What car do I dread working on?
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Each car has its own little quirks. I don't really dread working on any of them. I just look at it as a time management issue. How fast we can get through a car to keep it to the level of install that we like to have. Like we have an X amount of time that we want to spend on a vehicle, and we also have how it doesn't matter whether we're working on a POS or a high-end car. We're gonna approach it the same. We don't care about the car; we care about the install. So we're trying to get our level of install into each vehicle, regardless of equipment or car. So sometimes you're working on a car, like what's the Ultima? We got to pull the gas pedal out.
Yeah, the brake pedal.
The brake pedal, you got to pull a brake pedal out just to drill a hole through the firewall.
No.
That adds an extra 15 minutes on the install, which means that one of us who's not doing that has to speed up whatever they're doing to make up the time that's lost on that. So it's not so much at this point which car really sucks. I mean, don't get me wrong, when I was working on Lamborghinis, that was a pain in the ass trying to get through that rear firewall, and there's a scare factor involved with that too. So those cars are always sucky, but nowadays, nah. Why is Hertz retiring the high energy line? They're actually not retiring it in the U.S. The reason behind it is Millie is going to expand, so that they're trying to make the Millie brand, a bigger SKU. So that's why they're retiring the high energy. It's going to a 6.5 and a 6x9, I believe, because the motorcycle industry still really likes those products because they're so loud. So it's not it's moving to the Millie. That's all. I think because the Millie has a better name.
Okay, so I'm worrying question. I have a T600.4 power, 600 watts, 4-channel.
Oh, and it's hanging kind of to the left.
Okay.
I have T600.4.
And what do you say?
I don't know. What's the rest of it?
And they say coaxials 4 ohms. With these amps, allowed to 2 ohms front and 4 ohms to the rear.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's funny. The T600.4 will do 2 ohms. Stereo. So if let's say you're going to run 2 sets. What's he running on the front?
Front 2 ohm.
So what are you going to run, like 4 speakers on the front, 2 sets of coaxials on the front, and then do 4 ohm? Yes, it's fine. You can run a mixed ohm load like that, where you can have the front at 4 ohm and the rear at 2 ohm. I'm sorry, the front at 2 ohm and the rear at 4 ohm will work fine.
Okay.
What are you guys expecting from Pioneer this year? Basically, have anything Spotify, Pandora, HD, anything new? Right now, there's absolutely nothing new from Pioneer whatsoever. It's just rehashing the old stuff. A set of components, 2 sets of components. Yeah, that's fine. Pioneer is going to release a whole new line of product that they are keeping very, very quiet. Thank you. You bet, Ross. So we won't know anything until June or July. There's going to be a whole new. The NEX is going to change or do whatever it's going to do. Mm-hmm. Then they're not telling anybody anything. They're not even telling their own sales force what it's coming. Like, we've been beating people up, like, hey man, they don't know crap over here in the United States, supposedly. And if they do, they're being very quiet about it. Hi guys, I have a tiny Scion TC with the FM in some areas works, in some areas it doesn't have FM signal. Well, that went too fast.
Where do you get?
Scion TC.
Scion TC 4800. I have an issue with the FM antenna. Some areas work, some areas doesn't. I have FM radio signal, but when I'm in my husband's car, his FMs work fine. So the antenna is connected, I believe. The first owner messed with the radio.
Okay, so on the Scion TC, what you want to do is check to make sure that in the Toyota plug, not the antenna can be plugged in. Check the wiring harness. If you didn't install it, take it back. Have them check the wiring harness and make sure that the blue wire, there'll be a blue wire in the harness. See if there's a wire on the other side of it, which is the amplified antenna turn on. A lot of Toyotas have what's called an amplified antenna, where they need to be powered up in order to get good reception. So there's going to be a blue wire in the harness. It can go to the blue-white wire or the red wire, but that wire, if there is a wire on the factory side, is why you're getting crappy reception. Tony, the difference between Pandora and Spotify, yes, they're very similar in that they both allow you to stream, download, and pay them monthly for music, as well as have a free service. Yeah, you know, it's funny about the UK and the Spotify thing, because I got a guy right now that's been like, I can't get Spotify on my radio. I can't get Spotify. And it's like, my buddy has it, but I don't. And I'm like, he's in the UK. And I'm like, I don't know. It's right here. You know, this is the button. But it's pretty much the same service. And it's one of those love-hate things. It's a Coke-Pepsi thing. Oh, I love Pandora. I hate Spotify. I love Spotify. I hate Pandora. Yeah, what are you guys
expecting from Kenwood?
Kenwood is going to have new stuff. Supposedly September, October, we're going to see what they're going to do differently with the 9903 platform. More than likely, we're only going to see little tiny tweaks. Nothing
big.
Nothing big, because it's kind of a platform these Japanese companies like to take at least 3 years and work with the product, doing little tiny incremental updates here and there just to get the platform, and then right when they get the platform perfected, they change it to something different. So yeah, I mean, more there again, this is just going on what has happened in the past. Last year we had the 9902, 7902, came to the 9902, 983. It was a huge difference. Huge. It was a full rewrite, full iOS, full everything.
See.
But I'm thinking now that 9903 with the current OS is pretty solid. We'll probably see just little tweaks to it. Maybe see some front camera integration with the DVR platform that they have coming out in the next month or so, which would be really cool. But Kenwood's one of those weird companies where it's like they throw a softball, man. They'll be headed, you thinking they're, and then it'll go this way, and you're like, hey, whoa, I didn't see that coming. So,
blurry.
Yeah, I look blurry.
Yeah,
you guys look all blurry. God, man, I swear to God. Internet sucks. I mean, we're trying here, man. I know it sucks. I'm sorry. We do rebroadcast this on YouTube. We actually are recording this through an HDMI recorder right now, so that we can have a nice, crisp, clean signal for the YouTube version of it. Except for last week where I screwed up. But yeah, so if you know if you want to ask a question, you want to watch it better, it's better. Yeah. Okay. What was the question before, Edgar's?
He said Pandora and Spotify for free, LOL, Android. Good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Gotta love it. I mean, you don't have to pay for either one of them if you don't want to. If you're into commercials. Yeah, I mean, I listen to commercials on my Pandora.
I listen much.
You know, it's like, hey, 2 commercials. Oh, great.
I can listen 3, 4, 5 commercials. That's okay.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, hell no, man.
I just turn the volume down.
I'm done at that point. I don't want to do that. That's retarded.
And then keep doing it.
Yeah. I don't know. I find the streaming music is hilarious. It's like the quality typically sucks. And it's just... Alright, how many of you out there feel that with the current... Alright, so there's a lot of you out there that are like, crazy. Alright, back to the questions. I'm sorry. What it said, what do you
what do you recommend? I need a decent EQ that accepts high level and gets me front, rear, and sub. Any suggestions? Around like $100. Ooh.
A decent high level that'll get you that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're looking to do it on the cheap, you could do the LP7 IV and the LP7 II from PAC. One is a 4-channel, one is a 2-channel. Actually, you could do the LP7 V. But, I mean, the auto control LC6i, it's not that expensive. It's right in that $100, $120 price range. The LC6i would probably be what I would recommend. Okay. Well, it would be what I recommend.
Okay, so, Eric, it's possible to put the touchscreen stereo on 2016 Honda Accord Sport. I believe so. They make already.
Metro makes a dash kit for it. It's terrible. I don't recommend it.
Okay.
A lot of people are in the new Hondas are just burying the radio in the dash, some behind the glove box. We had one guy go and buy a secondary radio off the internet and just cut it and put it in the glove box. The interface is terrible right now. Nobody likes it. What are the backlights on the speakers behind you guys? I've not seen them before. Okay, these are the Kicker Marine speakers. Yeah. And it's actually the same speaker. They come with two grills, a white grill and a
black.
Yes, we do have a full review on there. If you go to the Kicker playlist on YouTube, there's a playlist for Kicker. We talk about all the marine stuff that Kicker makes. This one, that one there they make a variable color for it. They light up 6 colors. You can either pick the color or you can buy their variable color thingy and you can just let it do the cool little rainbow thing where it'll just sit there and scroll all day long. To hook them up, there's 2 wires for sound and 4 wires. Let's do 4 wires for color. So you have to run 6 wires to them if you're trying to do the variable color. If you just want to do the single color like the purple one behind me, you have to run 4 wires. So it is fun.
Okay, so are roof mount antenna better than the glass mount antenna? They are supplied with the aftermarket head unit for the DOP or the US equivalent.
We don't have DAB in the U.S. and we don't have anything close to DAB in the U.S. We have the Sirius XM, which is not, and that is a roof mount antenna because it has to see the satellite in the sky. So honestly, I can't even comment on that. I'm sorry. But on the satellite radios, the Sirius XM, you have to put them on the outside of the car. They just suck.
Okay, so I have a problem with my 4800. I tried to do the update, but once I plug the USB, it always says there's something at least on the USB besides the Pioneer firmware update.
What kind of computer are you using? What does it say?
I'm using a Mac.
Using a Mac. That's your problem right there. Mac puts a hidden file on it. There is a application you can get for your Mac called Eject for Windows, I believe it's called. And what that'll do is it'll run in conjunction with the update, and then you just unplug it without actually hitting eject. But it's either you got to do 2 things: get that software, Eject for Windows, or just use a Windows machine. But yes, Macs you can't do updates.
There you go, Martin.
What is one of the best aftermarket stereo interface? What is one of the best aftermarket stereo interfaces? Well, it depends what you want to do. I mean, at the end of the
car?
Well, yeah, it's true. But I mean, at the end of the day, we sell a ton of the Pack Audio stuff, and we sell it because it works. We sell a ton of it. If you watch the videos, it's on the wall behind our stuff. And we sell it because I don't have time to service modules, so we carry the Pack stuff. We also carry the iDataLink stuff. The iDataLink stuff, it's more of a toy interface as far as everyone that wants gauges and tire pressures and doors and stuff like that. The iDataLink is perfect. As far as installing the iDataLink, it's a little bit more tough. Would be better to do on a window. I mean, if you don't want to download, yeah. So anyways, back to, and that we use Pack and iData.
Okay.
For reliability, Pack for sure.
Will be better to use Windows for the firmware update.
If you have access to a Windows computer, by all means, make your life easy. Use the Windows computer. I am a Mac user. I have tons of Mac computers, as Fernando will gladly tell you, and rubs it in my face constantly. We have a crappy Windows computer here that we have for updates.
Pioneer AV8 8200. In the videos you mentioned the GPS receiver doesn't necessarily need to be placed on the roof.
Correct.
To the vehicle. Where is the best place to receive the...
Typically what we like to do with the GPS antenna is put it as far forward underneath the dash as possible, where it's underneath just plastic. So depending on, like we just did one this tonight before we got ready, we had a navigation system. It was going to a Chevy pickup truck. We make a bracket that mounts it as far forward and up in the plastic as possible so it can see the sky. That's it. Some people will put them in the corner of the dash. That works too.
Yeah.
But for the most part, just so there's just plastic above it, you're good.
Okay. So,
and window.
Okay, so why the Blu-ray players? Okay, I mean it's...
Why no Blu-ray players?
Yeah.
The reason why there are new Blu-ray players are right here. We have smartphones, and smartphones play Netflix, Hulu, HBO Go, Showtime Max, all that crap. No one is really buying movies. And even when you buy a movie, more than likely you're buying either you're getting either the digital download from iTunes or that other company, so that you could stream it on your phone. So nobody really, it just never, it's done. You know, Steve Jobs called that one. He says, you know, portable media, that is dead.
Okay.
But yeah.
I have a 2800 Cole.
Hey Dave, go ahead.
I have a 2800. What can I upgrade it with? The same features with the front camera input.
That'd be the 3800 or the new X391. It's the same exact radio, just with the front camera option. If you're tired of Pioneer, you can also upgrade to a Kenwood 394, 594. 594 will give you the HD tuner. Oh no, they both have HD. No, yeah. No, the 594 will give you the aptX Bluetooth. But if you're a Pioneer guy, chances are good you're going to stick with Pioneer. So 3800 or 391.
There you go. So
Then
why then DVDs?
Because DVDs are cheap. That's what it comes down to. You can go to the store and you can buy a DVD for $10. And if you break it, you're out $10. So if you've got one of these cool overheads like this, and you got your little kitty in the back seat, and he's like, and he snaps it, breaks it, wipes his boogers on it, turns it, I don't know. I'm just saying, some of these discs we get are just it. So
okay,
that's why, because DVDs are cheap. I mean,
you say hi to David?
I said hi
from
to David.
Texas.
He said howdy y'all, and I said hi.
Hi y'all.
What comes from Texas? We covered this the other day. Full Metal Jacket, baby. You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, so yeah.
Private Pile.
So definitely, huh? No
Yeah.
Blu-rays.
No Blu-rays. Audiovox tried to make a Blu-ray player, and it just didn't take off. I mean, funny story on DVD. Alpine's DVD player that did not have last position memory cost $1,000 when it came out, and we put them in gladly. $1,000. Ooh, fuck.
Okay, so I went to my local shop. They configured it out how to turn the alerts while using Android Auto. Guess I have to deal with it.
Yeah, which is weird.
It's weird because as soon as we plug our phones, they actually like. I'm gonna show you right now.
Yeah, we showed them before, I thought.
Yeah. So it's right there. Let me see if you can see it right here. There you go. And then whatever you play, and it's right there.
It says alerts.
Alerts. So I don't know, man. It's just weird.
That is weird. I'll have to, you know what? I'll grab the Android phone off the bench tomorrow.
Yeah. We're gonna try the Android.
We'll give it a go and see what we can come up with.
And just send me a message on Facebook, and I can reply back. Hey guys from Dallas, Texas.
I love Dallas. It's a great airport.
Yeah.
Big freaking airport. Big airport. So does the Waze feature work on App Radio Live on the NEX 4000? Maybe. I haven't tested a 4000 in a long time. So to do it on that, you'd have to do two things. One, you have to pair it through Bluetooth. You have to go in and shut off Apple CarPlay in the smartphone setup, and you have to use the Apple HDMI to Lightning adapter. So what you'll do is you'll plug in via the Apple HDMI Lightning adapter, pair through the phone, CarPlay is off, USB 1 to charge, and then it will come up. In the past videos we have, it has worked fine.
There you go, man.
I work at the airport. Well, hell, Dave. Sweet.
So do you guys think of making
wonderful
shirts?
chicken sandwich there one day.
Okay,
What?
work with me right now. So do you think?
Oh, it has its own zip code, doesn't it, dude? If you have to like go from one terminal, like if you're lucky and you're like I'm in terminal 36,
yeah,
and you're like you have to go to terminal like 25, that's cool. But if you have to leave that terminal and go to a whole nother building, oh fuck, it's got to be worse than Atlanta.
Okay.
Can I get CarPlay?
So you think you want to make the shirts?
Yeah,
I would love to support the show.
Yes, we're looking at Teespring. We're just trying to come up with something other than just our basic logo. Obviously, we'll do our basic logo. We're trying to come up with something neat, just to have. You know, I also want to try to figure out how to do hats. If any of you guys have an internet hat supplier or have bought places from hats where you can like design hats, I just put them in the comments. That would be great because I don't know of any yet.
Okay. Can I get CarPlay on my Honda Civic SI 2015?
You'd have to contact the
Factory.
Honda factory. Some of them, yeah, it's just a software update that they're doing for those. So we've seen it.
Yeah, and the Honda, they are actually they are cool.
What are some good speakers to upgrade stocks? You know, the Rockford Punch seems to be real popular right now. I like the Kenwood Exelons. If you're just trying to brighten it up so much, not necessarily just brighten it up, the Kicker CX is not a bad, inexpensive way to do it. Personally, I would stick more towards the Rockford, the Rockford or the Kenwood. If you're into you like really flat sound, the Alpine S-Type.
Okay, so make sure you, yes, for Ed, we wanna definitely when we come out with the shirts.
Yeah,
we definitely.
Oh, we'll definitely talk about it because you'll see them on the show. Pioneer Extras, I believe. Hold on.
I got Pioneer 600.
Hold on. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you. Pioneer. Keep talking. Oh, you're killing me.
Are you ever put a amp on the 2013 Mazda Miata? What was the year of the Mazda Miata with the red one? With the 5800?
That was that. 13.
That was 13?
14. Yeah.
Yeah, we did one. You guys are great. Thank you. Finding 80 PRS is good? Definitely is good.
Damn. Okay. As far as the 6,000 updates, I'll try to chime back in on that one. I can't seem to find it. It's like it's not Pioneer Extras, but there is a specific website for that by Pioneer.
That's Francis.
Okay. So I'll have Fernando add that back into this tomorrow.
Question: I have a Dodge Ram 2009 with the Alpine Premium System. When installed my aftermarket head unit on my mids and highs clearly through the 6x9s Rockford P116.
No, so if you want to, so how the factory system works, radio, factory amplifier underneath the dash by your feet. If you want to have the speakers in the doors not play subwoofer sound, you have to bypass them from the amplifier. So, like right now, if you watch the Jeep install we did, or Chrysler install we did, where we showed how to repin the harness because it's only 4-wire output, you can just bypass the 6x9s and run those off the radio. You would have to go from the radio to the amplifier, cut the harness, run from the radio to those, out to those doors, and then use the rear output to power back up the factory amplifier. So it's doable. At the end of the day, what we like to do, though, is just tear out all that factory stuff and put in our own amp. But, yeah, right the way you have it hooked up now, no, you will not get the mids and highs. They're subwoofers, so you have to bypass the factory amplifier in order to get them to play full range.
Have you ever used any Digital Designs 8-inch subs?
No. Not a big fan of 8-inch woofers. They're kind of small. You know, a lot of people, you spend all this time making this 8 sound amazing, and you build this big box with this big port, and at the end of the day, you probably could have just bought like a 10 or 12, put it in the same size box, medium grade 12, mind you, and get the same sound. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I've done it. I mean, back in the day, I was like, I put, Orion XTRs, I was like, everyone built bandpasses for those, so I was like, I'll put 2 8s in a bandpass, right there, baby, deuces. So, and I had 2 8s in a bandpass and a plexi box in the floor of my car, and everyone would be like, oh, what do you have in there, man? This sounds amazing. But I got 2 8s, bitch. What do you got?
Oh, that bitch and everything, huh? Bitch. Say hi to Gerardo.
Gerardo?
Yes, Gerardo. Hello.
Hello. Where are you at there, man? That picture looks like you're, where are you at in the picture? So, yeah, no, we haven't. Now, we have a guy locally that builds these, likes to build the birch boxes with the big ports, and spends all day on the computer getting it just right before he builds it. And he likes to bring those up. He's a sundown guy. He likes to bring them up and let us. Miguel, what was Miguel crying about? Okay. He likes to bring up his boxes. The latest one he brought up was a 6.5. He had a sundown 6.5, and this box that looked like a igloo cooler with this massive port. And it was like, bro, check out what I built, man. Mm-hmm. And yeah, at the end of the day, it was like, wow. But the 6 was just like, oh my God, stop playing me like this. So, but it sounded good. Wish I could coach you guys. I really like all of your work. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very much. Yep. We try very hard. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right, cool. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and then we'll get out of here. So if you got any more questions, go ahead and let's hit those questions real quick. If you just want to give us a shout out where you're at, give us a shout out where you're at. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah.
What kind of sound systems do you guys have in your personal vehicles? This is a question that will never get old.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I have the factory Boston Acoustic. He has the factory Bose system. The problem is if you've ever heard the phrase "a roofer needs a new roof, a plumber needs new plumbing, and a tile guy needs new tile." It's no different for us.
The installer needs a new car
Installers either need a new car stereo, have a half-finished car stereo. This is the first car I've ever owned where I have not put a car stereo in it. It sucks. I have no excuse other than I just don't have time. Detroit, Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I was born in Pontiac. Salute to Dallas, Texas. A lot of Texas tonight, man. Yeah. Oh, shout out from Australia. Hell yes. Awesome.
Okay, for Tony, got some dust in my screen. Behind the
was it a Kenwood?
I don't know.
Kenwood or Pioneer on the dust behind the screen.
Yeah.
If it's a Kenwood, take it back. Yeah. You can also try high pressure blowing. Okay. With Mike Jones. Get on it big time. Charlotte, North Carolina, the home of Food Line. Used to work for Procter & Gamble. Used to have the Charlotte, North Carolina guys come down all the time.
You check Fabian?
No.
Yes, they did a good job in my truck.
Oh, thank you. Who's that?
Thank you. Fabian?
Hey, Ann.
Fabian. You say Morales. Okay.
Morals?
Anyway. Detroit, yeah.
What did that say? Can't wait. What was right before my sister?
Wait.
Sorry, Tony Roberts. AVIC 777.
Tony.
That's a European model.
Yes. What did you say? Can't wait.
Pioneer. It's Pioneer 777. Yeah. Man, I would try high pressure air. Very carefully, just kind of work it in. Otherwise, you'd have to there's a plastic piece there that, that sucks. And it's just going to come back. It's almost one of those situations where it's like, as much as you hate it, you almost have to just live with it. I mean, it sucks, but yeah. Oh no, I'm with you. I'm totally like, I would end up getting rid of the radio. I got to be honest with you. It would drive me to the point where I'd get rid of the radio.
Okay, so Matthew say he's going to be here on Friday.
Awesome.
To work in the Prius. There you go, man. Nice.
Remember the kid?
Francis, Charlotte, North Carolina.
I got that one.
Okay.
Remember the kid that came in with the Prius and he bought a ZVX Scar Audio ZVX Scar Audio 15 with I think their 1500 watt amp.
Yeah.
In a Prius. And I'm losing my mind because I'm like, dude,
that's electric.
It's an electric car. We're gonna need batteries. And the kid was like, no man, just put my amp and sub in. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess it worked because it never came back. Never had a problem with it. No. I have a 5800. Is there any other apps that work with it besides AppRadio Live? You can use Waze and you can use NavMe.
You gotta pay for it if you wanna hear it.
That's it. Yeah, NavMe you gotta pay to hear. Waze is just blurry as shit.
Yeah.
So no. The answer is no. 5800. No real apps. AppRadio Live was just like a precursor to CarPlay and Android Auto. It was just something Pioneer thought would be cool.
Yeah.
Want to upgrade my 2017 Dodge Durango? What do you guys recommend? Okay, do you have the factory amplified system or the basic system is the question we have to ask now, because thanks to Pack Audio and soon to be iDataLink, with the new Amp Pro, if you have the amplified system, We can take an Amp Pro, put it into the car, and get a 6-channel preamp output out of your factory head unit, which makes life awesome.
Nice.
Which hasn't shipped yet, but you know
there you go. It's in process.
We have them. And we've beta tested them for them, so
yeah,
it's gonna be cool. It works.
It's
5 volts
huge,
of output, man.
buddy.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be huge.
What does that mean?
That's my best Donald Trump.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So what do we got? We
Yeah,
answer
that's
everybody.
We're good.
All right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. As always, this has been a fun time. Oh yeah. We will see you next week.
Yeah.
Drop like
Same
flies.
time.
Have fun. Lots of love. Peace out. See you later. Bye.